Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. I just wanted to share my little friend here with you today. Given that it's the weekend, we can have a bit of a party. This is my beautiful Phoenix, who sat on top of the birthday cake that I had for the book launch of The Mindful Author on the 18th of August. It feels like a lifetime ago, like I've been an author for forever, but it's actually quite a new development. So after ghostwriting books for other people for 5 years, in that I did all of the interviews, wrote all the content, and created the manuscripts for my amazing clients, and then it gets put out to the world with their names on it. That's what ghostwriting is in a nutshell. It was incredible to be able to release my first book, Ignite and Write, on the 18th of August. And this book is really aimed at aspiring authors like yourselves who are joining me for day 6 of the book week aspiring author tips. So, and the reason why I'm talking about my book is that today is all about leveraging. So really at the end of the day, we are really driven, authors are always driven to share a particular message or to get something out there into the world that's from their heart. I always tend to attract people to work with that have a really purposeful and really strong message that they want to share from their heart, which I'm really, really blessed about. But at the end of the day, we do still need to put food on the table, and if you can make money from your book, then that is the absolute goal. That's what we're going for, because you can follow your passion, you can share your message, and you can stand up and get so many lives changed and for the better. But if you can do that and make money, then that is the golden ticket. That's what we're going for. So the reason that I am sharing this particular topic is because I'm stepping out and joining with the Sunshine Coast Libraries for the Storytellers Festival, which is happening on the 30th of August here at Biwa Heart. So it's just down the road from my house, which I'm really excited about. They're pulling together over 25 to 30 local authors to join in the region's biggest book launch, which is going to be great. So Lincoln, my son, who's 8 years old and released his book Sprouts Idea, will be in amongst there. I will be in there with my book The Mindful Author, and there'll be such a variety of incredible genres and writers there to meet and chat to and also buy books from, which is great. And I will also be running a workshop. So there's going to be 9 workshops that are being run throughout the afternoon, and they are geared to anyone who's looking to either write, illustrate, publish, learn to leverage your story, all of those incredible things that you need to have the building blocks for to become a successful author. So those workshops are there as well. I think they're very accessible, so $15 plus booking fee to come along to the workshops, and it's free to come along to the Storytellers Festival and roam through the hall and check out all of the incredible books that have been released by Sunshine Coast authors. So it's going to be an absolutely amazing time. Make sure you come along and do book your positions for the workshops as well, because they will fill up and you don't want to miss out. If you rock up on the day and decide you want to join in, it may be too late. So jump in. I'll pop the link below for you to jump on and secure your spots at the relevant workshops that are going to really light you up and help you on your author's journey. So that's my big intro for today. And so the content really, well, I've only got a few minutes to touch on it lightly here, but my workshop at the Storytellers Festival is going to be quite in-depth. It's going to be 45 minutes long, really delving into the different ways in which you can leverage your book. So what I find is that first-time authors, particularly, is the word I'm looking for, first-time authors will dive in with so much passion and so much drive and feel like when they release their book, they're automatically going to sell hundreds or thousands of dollars. And so they bank of copies, sorry. So they bank on getting a steady income from book sales. While that can happen, if you are a marketing machine and you've got everything lined up, that can happen. It often isn't the reality for the majority of first-time authors. So it's about looking at how you can leverage off your book, even from the writing stage. So as you're writing the content, looking at how you can start to lay some seeds, I call it seeding. Giving the reader an idea of how they can connect with you going forward. So because I am based firmly in the non-fiction realm, this works quite beautifully with a lot of people who are writing books for their business, or they're writing books for people who like maybe they're starting up workshops or mentorship programs, or support networks for people who are going through a similar experience. So by seeding these ideas or these options within the pages of your book, this is number one tip, by the way, is seeding. And by doing that as you're writing, you are actually giving the reader the next step. So because you've done your homework and you know who your target market is and who your ideal reader is, you can actually give them the solutions, or the potential solution, so that they can either work with you going forward, or they can tap into some resources you may have, or you can direct them to other things that you're going to create in the future. So if you can seed those in your book, you are actually, it's free marketing essentially, because they've already picked up your book, they have already heard of you, they might like you already, and are learning to trust you by reading your book, so that by the end of it, they will actually know innately what the next step is if they want to connect with you, or if they want to work with you going forward. So that's a really powerful way, that if you get onto it early, and you can actually integrate that stuff into your book as you're writing. Now, for those of you who may not have a business established, or you may not know exactly where it is that you want to direct your readers to, it's always great to throw in an about page at the back of the book. I know quite a lot of readers who will actually scan that first. So they'll pick up the book, they'll look at the cover, yep, okay, I'm going to read about the author before I decide if it's going to be worth investing my time in reading this book. So that's prime real estate for you, not only to get across your credibility and your experience and what it is that you're hoping to impart, the wisdom you're hoping to impart in the pages of the book, but it's also a really great way to, again, give your readers the next step. So if you don't know what that is yet, all you need is a social media connection point, an email address, maybe even a website. And that way, anything that you do come up with, or anything that evolves or shifts or changes, you've got that anchor point in your book. What I do caution people against is to get very specific on what it is that you're offering. Now, the reason for that is that businesses do evolve and change over time. And the last thing that you want to do is date your own book. So if you've been offering a program for 5 years, that's amazing, but you may not offer it next year. So if you put the exact name of your program into the book, and the reader's buying it, and then they've gone read through it and gone, oh, I need to do that program, and they go searching for it on your website and it doesn't exist anymore, you've actually outdated your book, which is not what you want to do at the end of the day. So you're trying to keep everything as evergreen as possible, so that it has that sustainability and that longevity going forward. So those are just some 2 hot tips. I might leave you with a third as well, just to round things out for you today. So again, when we're looking at the internals of the book, and of course there is so much more to this, these are strategies you can use for inside the pages of your book, but there's also, the external to that, how can you step out and leverage your book as a piece for business, or as a piece for opening new opportunities for you in terms of monetizing your book. So much stuff that we can cover, and you'll have to join me at the workshop to tap into all of that. But today, The third piece that I want to share with you about the internal content and how you can use it to give readers the next step and to give them a way to work with you going forward is to look at what sort of content you can include that is downloadable. So you'll notice in quite a lot of personal development books and business books, Brendon Burchard is a great one for using this strategy. He has a lot of the content in the book for sure, but when it comes to activities or extra things that he wants the reader to do to kind of deep dive into the content that he's just shared, instead of including those in the book, he actually offers them as downloadable content, or DLC, as gamers know it as. So downloadable content basically means that you're taking your reader from this platform, potentially Audible, potentially ebook, and you are driving them to your website. Now, any marketer knows that that's exactly what you want to do as often as you can, because not only is it giving your website more traffic, which boosts your Google searchability and all of that stuff, but by offering downloadable content, you are actually exchanging your IP for an email address. So a reader who might pick up your book in the library, or who might have it handed to them by a friend, you'll never know who they are. But when they connect with you and give you their details in exchange for your downloadable content, you now have that email address in the bank, and you're able to communicate with them directly, which helps with your marketing and ability to get more sales into your programs or workshops or whatever it is that it looks like for you. So again, tip of the iceberg stuff, those 3 points there, but it really just goes to show that that's just what's possible within the pages of your book. And there's a whole realm of opportunity and potential when you look at externally from that, and what you are passionate about and what your vision is for where your book is placed in your business, or how you're going to use it to boost your personal profile. So much potential. So yeah, that's what I'm going to share with you today. If you would like to learn a lot more, I am going to be at the Storytellers Festival. I believe my workshop runs from 1:45 to 2:45, and we will do an absolute deep dive into what's possible both within the pages and without the pages, so you can get an idea and just really start to get those thought processes bubbling about what's possible for your book, because it's actually a lot more than you would think initially, which is really, really exciting. So again, I'll pop the link below to the Storytellers Festival if you'd like to come along and learn more. If you are feeling like you are at the start of your journey of writing and you want to get some input into how to structure your book, how to insert those seeds and those other elements to make it really powerful and really magnetic for your readers, then definitely come along to my Ignite and Write workshops. I can absolutely tell you more about it at the festival, or I will pop a link below as well, so you can dip in and find out a bit more about what those workshops are all about. But they are full day intensives, and you will walk away with a bespoke structure that you can write to that will have all of the incredible elements of your book already mapped out, ready for you to go. So it is a very amazing, awesome day, if I do say so myself, and another opportunity for you to just hit the ground running with your book and make it a reality, no longer a dream. That's what it's all about. So I've probably waffled on enough for you for Saturday. So thank you for sticking with me, and I look forward to catching you soon. Take care now.